everyone. If you are here, please say hello and let me know if you can hear me okay. I really want to make sure that the sound is fine. If you can hear me, please say hey in the chat and then we can get started. Happy New Year! I can see that we have 3 people. So, any of you, please let me know if you can hear me. I can't see thumbs up or anything, I can only see comments. Hey, Mishi. Can you hear me okay? As soon as I get the go ahead, we'll get started. I want us to do a nice, cozy reset for the year of 2025. I'll also share a bit about like my thoughts around resets and how it's evolved over time. I think I was saying on my stories on Instagram that the term reset makes it feel like, new year, new you. And that's not really the energy I'm in. The energy is more so new year, new things to explore, new things to be able to try, but also being in touch with the things that I want to continue doing, the things that I want to actually stay the same. So we'll be reflecting on 2024, how that went. And I have some reflection prompts for that as well that were guiding me in resetting for the first quarter of 2025. So I'm really excited. If you join the chat, feel free to comment where you are, how you're feeling about the year. And I think actually my first question will be, if you've thought about it, what's your word for 2025? My word for 2025 is play. I just want to have a playful year this year. And when I was thinking about this, I was thinking about, the kind of things you do when you have a small niece, nephew, sibling, cousin, or even a child if you have children. The things you do to keep them entertained and to keep them distracted, those are the things that I want to do in 2025. I want to color, I want to draw, I want to play games, I want to wander, I want to just have that childlike sense of wonder in 2025. And if that happens, I think that will be a marker of my success. I feel like I spent a lot of time being quite like serious and goal oriented and having quite a lot of plans and everything. And I think the playful childlike side of me is what I want to spend more time on this year. So I'd love to hear what your word for 2025 would be. And you can leave it in the chat as we keep going. So let's start with the reflection prompts that I have for you. I don't know if you can see that. I think you should be able to. So let's put me down here. Actually, I'll hold off. I've seen Monica says, my word for 2025 is courage. I love that. I love the word courage. And I hope that you have a courageous 2025. There's so many things that I feel, maybe I can say, especially sometimes, like as a young woman, you need that urge, that push, that courage to choose yourself, to be seen in certain spaces, to take on opportunities. So that's a lovely word. I love it. Okay. So these are some of the prompts that you can take a look at if you're thinking through the different sections of reflection or the different areas of your life that you want to reset. So what was my biggest success in this area? And I don't like to use the counter where it's like, where did I fail or I didn't do well. I think that I'm trying to also depersonalize the way I view intention setting and even goal setting, because you're not a project, you're not an endless project that needs fixing, needs improving, needs updating. I think, like I said, probably in my previous reset video, I want resetting or intention setting in general to be something where you're viewing it as, what are the beautiful things I want to keep in my life? What are the lovely things I want to add into my life? And what are the things I probably want to do less of? And you just do less of those. And that's a good way to think about the things you want to bring in into your life. So, what do I want to experiment with or try? And these are the things that generally helped me to come up with my intentions in the different categories. I have more or less the same categories as I did last time. So, the first one is probably gonna be my finances. So, when I'm thinking back to 2024, I I think my biggest success was just having a plan, um, and kind of following through. I think after having laid the foundation, I don't know how many years ago it was now. I've been creating content around finances for a bit. Um, and I did the course with Africa's Pocket, which I've talked about, and so I've laid the groundwork to think through what I can do with my finances, where I need to work on, and that's something like on a global scale we can always talk more about. But when I think specifically about 2024, um, I definitely think that I can come up with a few more things that I would want to do less of. And so in my list of what I would want to do less of in quarter one is to cut down my um, eating out and my transportation expenses. Um, and that's the biggest thing. So I actually want to cut that down by 10%. And then I want to take a look at my subscriptions, for all the subscriptions I have, because I have quite a number. See if there are any I can remove. But if I'm happy with keeping all of them, my main goal in quarter one is to either reach out to the individual companies or check online that if the annual subscription is cheaper. Generally, it is, and most subscriptions offer an annual alternative. But if I need to speak to the company directly, I'm going to do that to cut costs. So that would be a big goal for me. So as I'm sharing my financial goals, you can share some of yours. And I'm thinking of everything in threes. So 3 goals for each. I think that's reasonable. You can space it out over the 3 months as well. Just seen a message. Hey, hey, welcome to the chat. So let's see. So this is these are my financial goals that I've just mentioned to you. Ooh, this is fancy. Sorry guys, I'm just playing around with this. Where am I? I don't know if that looks good. Okay. So I will put this here. I think this might be the best option. Yeah. So as I said, review my subscriptions and switch to an annual one. Reduce eating out and transport by 10%. And then the third one, which I think will be helpful in multiple fronts. So shopping in store as much as possible. When I look back at 2024, I ordered in a lot in general. So whether it was food, it was shopping, just buying items, I ended up, instead of going outside, going to the shops themselves, I would order, like, get everything delivered. And I think shopping in store as much as possible is gonna be helpful for me in multiple fronts. First, it's more sustainable. Um, just to walk down to the market or to go to the mall. I mean, maybe it's debatable, like if you're depending on the mode of transport, but if it is something I can easily get to by taking the bus or walking there, then I'll do that. The second thing I think is the delayed gratification. Ordering online just means, like, especially if you have the option of next day delivery or delivery in a couple of days, I feel like you're more likely to just be more impulsive with your expenditure. So definitely beneficial on that front. And I think the other benefit is I'm in the UK right now. Winter sucks. I complain about it every year and I don't think I'll ever stop. But in winter, I hibernate. I don't want to leave my bed. I don't want to leave my house. So setting this as an intention means that I will get myself out of the house, which will be good for me, good for my mental health as well. So that's why I think shopping in store is going to be good for me. Yeah, so Monica says cutting down on ordering in for me too. Yeah, actually, even with the ordering in thing, I've been thinking about, like, it's okay to eat takeout. I remember, I think it's Ali Abdal, who said when he was trying to do the same thing, like, he only gets takeaway if he's with friends. So he only will eat takeaway if it's a social group thing, which is quite a good incentive to not order in by yourself. But I've also seen some people talk about, like, it's okay to go and eat at a restaurant. So, like, eat out and explore new restaurants versus ordering in. So if you're eating at home, eat home cooked food or, delivered food, whatever. But if you wanna eat out, then go outside and actually enjoy the dining experience. And I'm gonna save a lot of money. Most of my expenditure is in transport and eating out. Second, that's after my fixed expenses. Delaying purchases worked, so I want to do that more. I like that. I generally do keep a wish list. I delay purchases as well, but sometimes, especially when it's been on your list for a long time, even though you don't necessarily need it, knowing that you can get it so easily can be quite an incentive to purchase. So I've also seen people talk about having a no buy year or a low buy year, which I think is an interesting experiment that I might consider. But I know where my money is going. So I know that if I deal with these two areas, I can probably make a huge leap in terms of reallocating that to other things that I would rather spend more money on. For transportation, I think I spent more money on taking cabs because of convenience. But taking Ubers especially, it's problematic for so many reasons. But I want to take, public transport more because that will cut my costs. And then again, if it's a walkable distance, opt for walking instead. So that's finances. I want us to move on to the next section. So the next section is health. So for health, I again have 3 goals. Here, the first thing is it's more of a task really than a goal, is a dental appointment. So I go to the dentist every year generally, and I would go in when I'm in Nairobi. But now that I'm here more, I just need to figure out the dental system here. It doesn't seem too complicated. You just have to find one who's available and go for an assessment. And then I think there's different tiers, the way the healthcare system works, depending on the kind of things you need to get done. So I want to get a dental appointment in Q1 just to see that my teeth are okay, get maybe some cleaning or scaling. and then at least have that practice here. I can see a comment, so I'll just take a look. 2024 was a no-buy year. Hi, Shiano. For video games, you have a huge backlog to get through. Nice. Yeah. So does that mean that you'll be carrying the no-buy into 2025 and focusing on getting through the backlog as well? I really feel like I should not be buying any more books. When I think about it, that's probably, I mean, I actually don't do too badly, and I've finally joined the library here. So I think books will be a low buy for me as well this year. And I'm excited to also play more games, play some video games this year. So that's going to be fun. Yeah, so we're talking about health. The first thing is dental appointment. The second thing is GP appointment. And this is for a pap smear. So if you have a cervix, this is a very important thing to do from age 25, at least here in the UK. You should be getting a pap smear I think they do it every 3 years from age 25 to 49, and then every 5 years from age 50 to 64. I think in Scotland it's every 5 years. Anyway, depending on wherever you are in the world, this is a cervical screening program. It picks up on early signs of cervical cancer or just abnormal cells, and it's one of the most effective ways to just monitor and actually prevent getting cancer. So would highly recommend it. I need to do it myself, again, here in the UK, and just get on track with that system. And I think that's a really important thing for my health overall. That's fine. I also bought mini games myself, so nice. 2025 starts on Monday. That's fact. That's why we're doing this today. Because I know everyone is starting tomorrow. No one started last Monday. So tomorrow is the day when everything starts tomorrow. So yeah, that's my second one. And then third is Begin program by Michelle Adagala. I've spoken about her before. She's amazing. I call her my coach, even though she hasn't like coached me personally, and maybe down the line she will. But she is a Kenyan certified personal trainer. She's just, I stan. She has amazing programs, different kinds. You can do it at home. She has Begin. I think there's Shred, there's Sculpt, there's Strong. There's one for weight gain if you want. She offers, I think, a nutritional meal, everything. She's the pro. I love her work. I've done Begin before. I want to do it again as I ease back into exercise. So it's 5-day plan. I think, as you can see, I just put that up there. So that's my third health goal. What are y'all's health goals? Drop them down below. And yeah, hopefully we can do this. It is a quarter, so it's 12 weeks. The program is 8 weeks. So somewhere within the 12 weeks, it will be completed. Yeah. And then what's next? The next is play. So I think in my last reset, I called it books, because I think that was quite limited. I feel like I want to expand more, because I feel like wellness involves doing fun things, doing things that bring you joy, that are food for your soul, for your mind, for your heart. And for me, media is a big part of that. So not just books. So my goals here are, let's see, what did I say? Finish 2 books. Finish watch 2 musicals, and listen to 2 non-English albums. So I'll talk a bit about each as you guys let me know what you're thinking about. So, books, I talk about books all the time. I love reading. Sometimes it's really hard to finish books while I'm really busy with work. So I didn't read that much in the last quarter of last year. But I have some more time this quarter, so hopefully I can finish 2 books. I think it's reasonable. Watch 2 musicals. A big thing that I want to do more of in 2024, in line with my play theme, is to watch musicals. I've never quite gotten into them. Like, I'll watch them organically, but not intentionally. So I've already kind of started on this goal, guys. I watched Hamilton last night. Was it last night? Yeah, this weekend. So um, I'm really curious to see what the musical life is all about. Whether it's in theater, at home, or on Broadway, like, that'll be really fun. Then number 3, listen to 2 non-English albums. So this is something I've really always wanted to do, but I feel like I just need to be intentional about it. Off the top of my mind, because I think I already listened to Kiswahili, there's a lot of Luo albums that have come out, but I was thinking more like outside of Kenya, thinking South Africa, maybe one of them, the dialects of the languages. I was thinking Bollywood as well, maybe Hindi, Spanish, or what else? Yeah, something, some non-English stuff, and then hopefully I can learn a bit about the culture and the languages that way. So let's see. Oh, okay. My goal is to skate or skateboard at least once a week. I love that. I hope you're able to do that. Skateboarding is so cool. I see people doing that. I'm like, how can you guys do this? How do you guys do this? But you've also reminded me that I have roller skates. Do we add that to Q1? We can add that to Q2. I bought roller skates sometime. And I'm just there. I can see them over there. So that has inspired me. Health goals, diversify my workout routine. I need to work on my core, maybe do weights a bit. Yeah, I like that. I like the idea of diversifying your routine. I think for me, when I picture like my ideal workout split or balance, there's a bit of strength, there's a bit of cardio, a bit of mobility, like stretching, flexibility, and then a bit of functional fitness to me, which is like I would really love to be fit enough to dance and like really dance, you know what I mean? So I think that would be my ideal fitness routine. So yeah, sounds good. Working on your core, doing some weights. Yeah. Hi, Ventura. Welcome. One of my health goals is to do weekly runs or walks. Yeah, add more movement. Also, to cook most of what I eat. I love that. Walking is a big thing I'm introducing. I got a walking pad on Black Friday. TikTok made me do it, so your girl is about to be. When I'm there talking to you guys on Instagram, I'll be on my walking pad. So I like the idea of that a lot. And cooking most of what you eat. Sounds good. Yes, please do. I need playlists of alternative, anything that's not English. That's what I want to listen to more of. Yeah, the skating goal, not during winter. That one, it's not gonna happen. When the sunshine comes, so summertime, I think I'm gonna skate in summertime. Hi, Lorna. Oh, it's so nice to see all of you guys here. My health goal is to run a wow. Wow. That's really cool. Do you have like a plan? Do you have a specific marathon you already like know the one that you're going to run and now you're training for it? That's really cool. I feel like marathon, I'm not saying that throwing shit at you, Lorna, or anything, but when people are nearing 30 is when they want to start doing marathons. It's just me. I um it's usually showing your age. Like you clock a certain point in your 20s and then moving forward where you're like, yeah, they're gonna climb a mountain or they're going to do a half marathon or a marathon. But I love it. I love it. I'm not there yet, but I'm rooting for you and I hope you're able to do it. Okay. Um, let's continue. What's the next one? Skincare. Skincare, my main focus for this year is actually my hands. My hands and my lips. I wash my hands a lot because hello hygiene in between seeing patients. So most of the day, sanitizing, hand washing, wearing gloves, these things really dry my hands out. So one of my main goals is to apply hand cream, like to have hand cream in my pocket and apply it religiously, like between washes and things. The second is because of all the hand washing, my cuticles are in shambles. Like my nails are just suffering. So, cuticle oil at night just to keep my nail beds healthy. And then for my lips as well at work is to keep them hydrated. Wear a hydrating lip balm, but also to just drink water because I forget to do that. So those are my very straightforward skincare goals. um, yeah, I know, I know that marathon thing. There's an itch that hits you at a certain point. Um, but yeah, so let's see. Where are we at? We've talked about that. Again, keep dropping in your skincare goals, your all of your goals as we keep going. Um, for my hair goals, I think I don't want to get into it too much because I'm going to be sharing an update. I've had these locks for 2.5 years. Crazy how time flies. And not for the most part, I've only used shampoo and rose water for 2.5 years. So my main thing for Q1 this year is actually experimenting with a leave-in product, like a product that actually has ingredients aside from water, and to try something for my scalp, like a serum for my scalp. And what else? I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. What did I say? Keep washing my hair every 2 weeks or more. Yeah. So now, if I start to get a bit more active, that might change. But we won't talk about hair care too much in this video. We'll talk about it more in the update. But yeah, these are my main things: to experiment with products and to experiment with the frequency of my washing. I'm also trying different things. Updates will come. We'll talk more about that. Yeah. So, last but not least is my Kenyan path for like content creation. So, again, here my schedule is crazy. It changes a lot. But for this quarter, the goals are simple and I think doable. So we have my monthly newsletter, which, if you are not subscribed, let me actually find it. Why didn't I prepare a link to it? I'll put a link to my monthly newsletter in the description box. And then one YouTube video per month, which I think is plausible, it's possible, whether it's live or pre-recorded. Ideally, would be but keeping it simple, and then continue with the microlock styling series, which is something I started last year. So again, if I can do one style every month, I'll be very happy. I'll be a happy girl. But guys, the truth is my hair is like this 24/7. So this is getting me, the whole point is to get me to be a bit creative when I'm not at work, when I have a moment where my head, anyway, yeah, so we'll continue with the styling. Yeah. grow it and keep it healthy. Okay, I'm sorry about the heat damage, but shaved it. They say a woman who cuts her hair is about to change her life. I hope that this new phase goes well, that your hair does get healthy and grow. And I can plug myself. I think we've already had a one-on-one before, but if you need some advice, we can do a hair clarity call just to think about how you can structure your hair regimen to make sure that it's healthy and it matches your needs at this point in your hair journey. Skincare, focus on the rest of my body. My face is doing great. Don't want to mess with that. Yeah, I love that. I think I feel the same way with my face. Like my focus now is on my body. Well, my hands, as I've said, and my lips, but also just on body care as well. Well, that is actually me, guys. 30 minutes is perfect. So I'm gonna leave it there. You can always watch this back, look at the prompts, add comments after the fact, and we can keep chatting about it. Thank you so much for being here. Always remember that your hair is your crown and your body is a temple. Embrace it, love it, and take care of it. I'm wishing you a lovely, lovely 2025, a wonderful first quarter. Ease into it. Me, I'm in winter and I am a panda, I am a polar bear. So I'm taking it gentle, gentle, and really, really looking forward. And we'll check in, obviously, in between, wherever we'll find each other. But also, I'll see you next quarter. Bye. Happy 2025, Fiona. Okay, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye. Happy 2025, Monica. Gosh, I feel bad. I can't just leave. Okay, bye. For real. Have a lovely evening. 2025 starts tomorrow. For some people, it starts in March. I think someone said the traditional Nigerian or West African calendar, the year used to start in March, and that just makes sense. Anyway, I'm rambling. Goodbye. Have a lovely evening. Be blessed.